Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most successful, admired, debated footballers in history. For some people, he is the greatest of all time. And for others, Lionel Messi was always the more natural gifted player. And Ronaldo's obsession with goals, records, sometimes overwhelmed him. Yeah. So today I am reacting to the documentary about Cristiano Ronaldo, the one and only, from his life's journey from Madeira to becoming the biggest sporting icon in the world. The biggest in many contexts, I mean. So without wasting more time, let's get into it. Okay? Let's get into it.
I'm always smile. I'm happy, man. I'm blessed that I play in a fantastic club. I have a fantastic family. I have 4 kids. I'm healthy. I have everything.
Winner of a record-breaking 5 Ballon d'Ors.
I deserve. Last year I deserved more, so I'm really pleased for that.
A total of 29 international and national trophies.
It's my first Champions League. I feel fantastic. It's a great moment for me.
And over 700 career goals are just some of the achievements Cristiano Ronaldo has accumulated in his 17 years playing professional, world-class football.
All records of Real Madrid. He's still scoring the goals. These guys are just unbelievable.
His creativity, speed and vision helped him to become one of the greatest players of all time.
Prepare always in the same way. It doesn't matter which team I'm going to play against. My focus is always the same.
From Portugal's Sporting Lisbon to England's mighty Manchester United to the Spanish powerhouse Real Madrid. And now Italy's great Juventus. Ronaldo has shown that nothing can slow him down, as he still puts in award-winning performances week in, week out.
He's one of the best players of all times, and nobody can tell different than that.
Witness the journey of Portugal's prodigy and his journey to becoming champion of the world.
I'm happy, but the future, you never know.
This is the man known as CR7.
I want to carry on like that, year by year.
This is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Madeira, Portugal. 1985.
Born on the 5th of February 1985, Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was the youngest of 4. His mother was a cook and his father was a municipal gardener. His family lived in the now popular tourist destination Madeira, a small island just off of Portugal. But Madeira in 1985 was a poverty-stricken place to live with a very small community. Ronaldo stated that his family lived a humble life, one that certainly wasn't filled with glitz and glamour.
Well, Cristiano is born into quite a big family on the island of Madeira and living in Funchal. And I don't think you could say that Madeira is in the middle of the Atlantic, because it isn't, but it's far removed from mainland Portugal. This is not like being brought up in Lisbon or Porto or one of the main cities. It will feel very, very different from the Portuguese mainland. It's a very small community. And Cristiano's out there playing with his family, playing with his friends on the streets of Madeira, and gets involved in the local club. His dad is a part-time kit man with the local club. So he's born into a family which has some footing within the game, of course. So he's brought up by a football-loving dad, which is massive, of course, for little Cristiano as he begins to hone his skills on the streets of Funchal. And he's in the local youth club and learning his skills. And this would feel a million miles away from the bright lights of the big European clubs to which he would aspire to play for.
At the age of 8, Ronaldo signed to his first youth team at Arena, where his father was a part-time equipment manager.
His first youth team at the Arena. I feel like this is the part that people often forgot. Like, before the money, before the fame, before the confidence, he was simply a child with an enormous dream, So, and somehow, sometimes hardships, breaks people. But in Ronaldo's case, it appears to have made him what he is today. It builds in the hunger in him to become somebody.
Playing on both the street and the pitch, football had now become an obsession to him. At 10 years old, Ronaldo then moved on to one of the biggest clubs on Madeira, Nacional. But whilst playing there, he was spotted by a football scout, and at just the age of 12, Ronaldo was chosen to trial out for the Portuguese giants Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting Lisbon.
I think it's obvious really early on that Ronaldo has an incredible talent. Well, that's obvious to his family, obvious to his teammates, obvious to everybody around him. And whilst Madeira might be a long way removed from the Portuguese mainland, of course, the big clubs of the Portuguese mainland are very much across what is happening, and they're very happy to go and find out about somebody causing such a stir, even on the island of Madeira out in the Atlantic. And at the age of 12, Sporting invite Ronaldo to Lisbon. Can you imagine that move from tiny little Madeira, where it's a very, very small pond, and suddenly he's being taken to Sporting, who have their own academy near Lisbon, and as a 12, 13-year-old boy, Cristiano moves to the mainland. This is going to be like emigrating to a completely different country with the same language. It's the same country, of course, but it will feel very, very different from Madeira. And of course, Cristiano finds himself at the age of 12, living in the Portuguese capital, part of this Sporting Lisbon academy, this community of this big club, which is a million miles away from everything that he's used to. And he has to live on his wits, and he has to live on his talent. And of course, he has absolutely the talent to shine immediately.
I think this is what a lot of people, often forgot, Like, it's like people usually see the success. They see the success, they see the fame, but they rarely think about how difficult it was for someone to move from the home that they know, to another place at that very young age, People usually don't see these difficulties. What they see is the Cristiano Ronaldo that is famous, and he has all these things, But before all that, there was hardship, there was difficulties, homesickness, and all those things, So
moving to the mainland wasn't easy for Ronaldo, however, as it meant he had to live away from his family. Ronaldo stated that the early days were tough, and every day he felt homesick. But despite that, Ronaldo continued to press on with his career in Sporting Lisbon. Ronaldo was a key player for the Sporting Lisbon youth team. He was highly competitive, skillful, and his talent was visible to everyone who attended. Teammates also stated that his ability and play style was different to anything they had seen before. He possessed something special and was a clear star in the making. This talent was noted extremely early on by Sporting, and it wasn't long before Ronaldo's career would start to blossom into something great.
When I was a young boy, I always feel special sometimes.
Okay.
Not just for myself, but I saw the people look at me with the different eyes. Because in my opinion, I think I was different than the other ones.
Often at a big football club, when they come...
This, I think up to today, a lot of people don't understand this about Cristiano Ronaldo. And they often take his confidence as arrogance or whatever, But they don't say the same thing about other players like Zlatan. Zlatan is the most egoistic, or let's just say arrogant player I have ever seen. But people see it as confidence and not ego or arrogance. But Cristiano Ronaldo, from a young age, he sees something in himself. He is confident, and he live up to the expectation, I would say.
Across an extraordinary talent, they'll try to manage the development of that talent very, very carefully. Think Ryan Giggs at Manchester United. It's a measured and a managed rise to the first team. That didn't happen with Cristiano Ronaldo at Sporting. We can make the analogy, if you think about it, as perhaps taking the cork out of a bottle of wine, putting it at the bottom of a sink full of water and telling it not to rise to the top. When you let go, what's it going to do? It's going to shoot to the top. And that is what Cristiano did at Sporting. This incredible season where he plays for the under-16s, the under-17s, the under-18s, the B team and Sporting's first team, all in the same season, which is incredible. He has literally flown from the bottom of that sink to the top of the water and shot almost beyond it. But it's an incredible and unstoppable rise into Sporting's first team based on his athleticism, his pace, his dribbling. He is irrepressible at this age. You cannot stop him making that Sporting first team.
The talent is there. And,
Ronaldo's 2002-2003.
Sorry to say this, but I used to hear a lot of people that will give the argument that, okay, maybe Messi is more naturally gifted. But bro, this talent is already there from the young age, brother. The hunger, it has always been there. Okay, let's say maybe to be honest, I don't see that, to be honest. I cannot sit down here and say that, okay, Lionel Messi is more naturally gifted. From the very young age, Cristiano Ronaldo has that in him. And even at Juventus, he was already in the first team before you know it. Lisbon, I mean. So I think that is just a baseless argument that Lionel Messi is natural gifted and Cristiano Ronaldo get his what he is today because of his hard work. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Doesn't.
3 seasons at Sporting Lisbon really put him on the front pages in Portugal. His performances were also garnering lots of attention abroad. Near the end of the season, transfer rumours were spreading all over Europe. Representatives at Liverpool, Arsenal and Barcelona were all showing interest in signing the teenage prodigy. But it wasn't until a pre-season match in 2003 where Ronaldo really set himself out as being something special. This match was against Manchester United and would go on to change his life completely.
So one of the absolutely key dates in Ronaldo's story is the 6th of August 2003.
I need to say something about this. Wait a minute. So it seems like Arsenal, even Arsenal at the time, was interested in Cristiano Ronaldo, and they did not end up going for him. And this, I believe, over the years have happened in a lot of times where Arsenal, you only hear Arsenal is interested in this player, Arsenal is interested in this player, and later they will miss out on it because of whatever reason. Just recently with Morgan Rogers that went to Chelsea because Arsenal refused to pay the asking price that the team is asking for. Imagine where they could have been at this point in time if they went in for Cristiano Ronaldo. And it is happening over and over again. Man, this team is just frustrating. Sometimes I wonder why I even support Arsenal, man. But hey, what can I do?
All showing interest in signing the teenage prodigy. But it wasn't until a pre-season match in 2003 where Ronaldo really set himself out as being something special. This match was against Manchester United and would go on to change his life completely.
The 6th of August,
So one of the absolutely key dates
2003.
in Ronaldo's story is the 6th of August 2003, when Sporting's new stadium, the José Alvalade Stadium, is opened, and they have a game against Manchester United, the very first game to celebrate the opening of the stadium. And Cristiano Ronaldo had broken into the Sporting first team towards the end of the season before. This is in the new ground, it's Manchester United, and he is incredible in this friendly game. And the story goes that at half-time, the Manchester United players have been given the runaround by this kid that they know almost nothing about, so much so that they are walking in the dressing room at half-time and saying to the Manchester United manager, Alex Ferguson, you have to sign this boy. John O'Shea, experienced Manchester United defender, was twisted inside out in the first 45 minutes by Ronaldo. An extraordinary performance. And the story goes that Alex Ferguson got onto the United kit man, told him to find Peter Kenyon, the chief executive of the club, and to immediately begin negotiations with Sporting during the second half to make sure that Manchester United can sign this kid before anybody else did.
You see, Ferguson could see the talent even from a mile. He could see the talent is there. And he did not hesitate to go in for him.
Actually, Ronaldo had already touted himself a little bit towards Liverpool. He'd said what a thrill, what an honour it would be to be involved in such a club with such tradition. Arsenal had met with his agent, but Alex Ferguson, on the say-so of his players, made sure that in the second 45 minutes of this exhibition match, that they pretty much had Ronaldo by the time the final whistle went.
Sir Alex Ferguson said, Cristiano, I want that you're coming from Manchester United, you're going to play 50% of the games. Make me feel comfortable. And I say, wow, with 18 years old to play 50% of the games, for me it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
This is why
It's unbelievable.
I take that decision because, of course, George helped me to take that decision. And of course, the last word of Sir Alex Ferguson was the key to sign for Manchester United.
It takes a great manager to see your talent, Sir Alex Ferguson is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, coaches of all time, man. And he could see talent from a distance. And he wasn't wrong, man. Look who Ronaldo has become now.
Manchester United was his new home, a big moment in Ronaldo's life, a chance to really prove himself on the world stage, playing for such a prestigious club. By joining the club, Ronaldo was handed the number 7 shirt, a shirt number that had been worn by iconic United stars such as David Beckham, George Best and Eric Cantona.
Oh my God.
The pressure was on, and
It's
at only
like-
18 years of age...
Ferguson did not only see talent in him. He trusts that this boy is special, so much so that he had to give him the number 7, and now the number has become his. You don't even remember those who come before him, who the icons that come before him and wore that same shirt. you don't remember, because he have made that number he's now. It's very, very special. It's very, very special. I feel like how important he is to Manchester United. That number should have been retired when he left the club. It should have been retired. That number should not be worn ever again. But hey, that's my opinion.
A lot was expected from the teenager.
So when he arrives at Manchester United and Old Trafford, you have to remember that David Beckham had just left for Real Madrid, and Beckham was the star amongst the dressing room of stars. So Manchester United is missing one of its constellation, the biggest planet, if you like, in its constellation. Now, we now know, of course, that Ronaldo came in and eclipsed even what David Beckham did at Old Trafford. But at the time, he comes in as this skinny, scrawny teenager, the most expensive teenager ever in English football, around £12.5 million. And what does Ronaldo do? He puts on David Beckham's number 7 shirt. And that tells you an awful lot about Cristiano Ronaldo. Even at that age, he is willing to pull on the number 7 shirt, which not only Beckham had worn, of course, but if you go back, Eric Cantona had worn that shirt. This is the iconic shirt at Old Trafford. And the first thing Ronaldo does is accept that number. That takes some confidence.
On the 16th of August 2003, Cristiano Ronaldo made his debut for Manchester United, playing against Bolton at home. In the 60th minute, he came on to a standing ovation, replacing Nicky Butt. Fans throughout the later part of the game were chanting Ronaldo's name as he brought a newfound energy to the team.
So I think United's plan with Ronaldo was to probably try and introduce him gently into the English league. This is a new country, he's mastering a new language brilliantly. And I think that was Alex Ferguson's plan, to try and treat him in much the same way as he had with Ryan Giggs, to use him sparingly. But again, you just can't do that with Ronaldo. George Best said that Ronaldo's debut for Manchester United was one of the most exciting he'd ever seen. When George Best says that about an emerging player, then everybody will obviously sit up and take notice.
Manchester United went on to win the game 4-0, and although Ronaldo didn't get his name on the score sheet, he did help get the ball forward multiple times thanks to his brilliant dribbling skills and his speed. He did, however, help set up United's second goal.
So by this time, Ronaldo's trademark abilities are beginning to come to the fore, and they're obviously his physique, which he's worked on throughout his career. He has this incredible strength, unbelievable.
Do you think Ronaldo could have become this same player under a less demanding coach like Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson? Do you think he could have become who he is if it was not for a coach that saw a talent in him and have so much confidence in him, because it's also very important to have the right people who believe in you and put all in you,
Unbelievably quick feet. He has feet like a conjurer's hands. His change of pace is incredible. His top speed is unbelievable. He is now eclipsing what Ryan Giggs did on the left wing for Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo is doing and more on the right hand side. His skill set is unbelievable, and he is literally embarrassing some of the best defenders in the Premier League week after week with tricks and skills and pace and strength which they just have not seen before, they've not experienced before, and they cannot live with. Very quickly, Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the best players in the new league.
Ronaldo's first season at Manchester United really got his name in the headlines, despite the fact he was only playing 50% of the matches. But after only 3 months in the first team, Ronaldo got his first goal against Portsmouth. The goal was scored from a phenomenal free kick, sailing past the goalkeeper and finding itself into the top right corner of the net. Not only had Ronaldo shown he was a great all-round player, he had also showed off how precise he was at taking
his
free
first
kicks.
goal at Manchester United, Portsmouth.
It is Ronaldo.
Wow.
Old Trafford salutes their new number 7.
it's really appropriate, I suppose, that his first Manchester United goal would be a free kick, because this is what Ronaldo became known for above all else, I suppose. And he scored in a 3-0 win against Portsmouth. Of course, I suppose when you sell David Beckham, which Manchester United had, you're selling your set-piece taker. So there was a vacancy there, some very talented candidates to fill that vacancy, but very quickly Ronaldo proved to his teammates, the likes of Paul Scholes and others who might have fancied that role, that he could do things with a free kick which nobody else could.
His free kicks became a trademark, and in 2008 he scored one of the best free kicks ever seen against Portsmouth. This 30-yard free kick became known as the knuckleball free kick.
One of the greatest Ronaldo set pieces for Manchester.
You know, it's really crazy that not only did he feel in the shoes of all those great players that have won that number 7, but he also become one of the best to take free kicks after this guy David Beckham, who also wear that set and is phenomenal at taking free kicks. So he perfectly feel that shoe of David
United
Beckham.
Would have to be one against Portsmouth at Old Trafford in the 2007-8 season, when David James, very highly respected Portsmouth and England goalkeeper, is completely bamboozled by what Sir Alex Ferguson described, I think, as the greatest free kick goal he'd ever seen. And I was there at Old Trafford on that day describing this game, commentating on the game, and there was a silence almost as the ball hit the net, split-second silence before an eruption of joy and ecstasy, and people rubbing their eyes at something that they'd really never seen before. This was one of the great free kick goals that struck a crowd dumb for a split second before the celebrations began. Prior to Ronaldo, I don't think anybody in England had ever seen anybody care where the valve of the football was before they struck it, or strike that pose, which is now literally turned into a statue on the island of Madeira as he stands with his arms like this and addressing the ball in a way almost like a golfer addresses a ball on a tee. No one had ever seen any of this stuff before.
I love him, but this statue looked terrible,
man.
And
addressing the ball in a way almost like a golfer addresses a ball on a tee. No one had ever seen any of this stuff before. People had seen people take free kicks, curl it off the inside of their boot, or even perhaps curl it off the outside of the boot. And of course, Ronaldo can do that. But he introduced this technique of striking through the ball with the laces and making the ball dip in a way which goalkeepers hadn't really experienced before. And of course, the whole free kick has become Ronaldo's trademark. People have copied it. People have tried to do what he does with the ball. He still does it better than anybody else. And he more or less invented this way of approaching the ball. That is all Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo amazingly ended his first season.
How can you hate him, bro? How can you see this man and hate him? That I can't get. He is just a phenomenal player, man. Dang.
In the Premier League, an FA Cup winner, beating off Millwall in the final. Ronaldo helped score the opening goal, which inspired the team to victory. At just the age of 18, Ronaldo was a key player for United, and he had also won his first trophy in England. At the start of 2005, Ronaldo marked some of his best ever matches for United. In their game against Aston Villa, Ronaldo went on to produce a goal and an assist, dramatically changing the energy of the team and helping them to go on to win 3-1 at home. The second standout game was against United's biggest rivals at the time, Arsenal. In this game, Ronaldo once again brought a whole new energy to the team and went on to score twice, helping United to go to beat their biggest rivals 4-2 away. Ronaldo was becoming a fan favourite at Manchester, as well as the most recognisable player in English football. But going into the 2006 World Cup, Ronaldo would go from being the crowd favourite to villain all in one game.
Crown favorite to villain all in one game, bro. That's crazy. What happened? What happened?
So when the 2006 World Cup began, obviously Cristiano Ronaldo is fated across England and now across Europe as one of the greatest player in the world, and there's huge anticipation about what he might do at the World Cup. And of course this enormous clash between England and Portugal in the quarter-final. Ronaldo against Rooney, his Manchester United teammate, and the two continents collide in an almost inevitable and certainly unforgettable way.
Oh, this must be crazy. I don't know what happened, man. Who won that game?
So Rooney, who's always had a bit of a short fuse, ended up fouling and treading on Ricardo Carvalho, the Portuguese defender, and he was obviously in trouble. And Ronaldo is immediately on the referee's case and trying to basically get his club teammate sent off. Ronaldo's not stupid. He knows that England without Rooney are a much different prospect from England with Rooney, and greatly increases Portugal's chances of going through. And even though the referee later said that Rooney was sent off for the foul and nothing more, it did appear that Ronaldo, leading this campaign of his Portuguese teammates in the referee's ear, swayed the referee to send Rooney off. And then the wink, which no one can forget, which is caught on camera. Cristiano Ronaldo, as Rooney is red carded and is trudging off the pitch, winks at the Portuguese dugout, and every Englishman and woman is absolutely convinced that Cristiano Ronaldo has just got Wayne Rooney sent off.
Now I actually understand why Rooney don't like Ronaldo, man. But this is a country, man. He is representing his country. So it doesn't matter which club he is playing for, man. He have to represent his country to the highest. And if that means sending Rooney off the pitch, so be it, man. So be it. No wonder Rooney doesn't like Ronaldo. I don't know how that game even ended. Oh, God.
I mean, inevitably, this led to massive questions about could Ronaldo and Rooney play together anymore at Old Trafford. It seemed as though this might become a kind of burning feud within the Old Trafford dressing room. Certainly, it massively affected the way that English fans responded to Ronaldo. And suddenly there was an antagonism towards him which there hadn't been before. Even supporters of opposition clubs begrudgingly accepted that this was a great player that they were watching, and probably quite liked watching him play, even though he was devastating their teams. Suddenly, everywhere Ronaldo went, he was getting booed. Even some Manchester United fans seemed to have turned against him.
That is terrible, bro. That is terrible. How can you hate someone for representing his country? How can you hate someone for representing his country? You want him to sit around and allow England to beat Portugal because he plays for Manchester United. That is really dumb. It's really dumb. How? No wonder Rooney hate him this much.
And it must have taken an enormous strength of character on Cristiano Ronaldo's part to get through that season, where he had become a pantomime Premier League villain.
Despite the hate directed towards Ronaldo returning from the 2006 World Cup, his 2006-2007 season was filled with record-breaking moments. He broke the 20-goal barrier for the first time, achieved his 50th goal for Manchester United, won Young Player of the Year, the FWA Footballer of the Year award, and on top of all that,
did they still continue to boo him?
Did they still
continue to boo him after winning him the Premier League and all these trophies? Ronaldo should get a statue at
the end of
Manchester
2007,
United, bro.
because of his fantastic track record at United, Ronaldo was put up for FIFA World Player of the Year against Kaká and Lionel Messi. He was also up for his first Ballon d'Or trophy alongside this, but unfortunately came as a runner-up to Kaká and third place in the FIFA World Player of the Year. Despite this fact, at the age of just 23, Ronaldo had become one of the best players in the world. But things were to only get better for Ronaldo in 2008.
If you had to try and find a golden season for Ronaldo at Old Trafford, it would probably be the 2007-2008 season, which ironically started pretty much with him getting sent off against Portsmouth for headbutting an opponent and serving a 3-match ban. But from then on, it was spectacular. Once he came back from that ban, his first goal of the season is back in Lisbon against Sporting, his first club in the Champions League. And from then on, he scores pretty much week in, week out. 42 goals that season for Manchester United, his first hat-trick for the club. He breaks records left, right and centre, but also in this spectacular campaign where we're seeing this player just improve even more, there are the first whispers about Real Madrid.
Ronaldo was breaking records left, right and centre. He continued to be a talking point all over Europe and was easily regarded as one of the best players Manchester United had ever seen. The only thing left for Manchester United in the 2007-2008 season was to win the Champions League.
At that time, Manchester United were overhauling Liverpool's record of domestic titles in the Premier League. And of course, then the great rivalry between the two clubs demanded that they win the European Cup and try and close the gap between Manchester United and Liverpool in terms of European Cup and Champions League victories. So this becomes a real focus for Alex Ferguson. They hadn't won the Champions League since 1999. And of course, Cristiano Ronaldo is very, very aware that you are never going to be seen as being one of the world's great players if you don't have a Champions League win. Beating Messi's Barcelona over 2 legs in the semi-final, of course, would have given Cristiano Ronaldo immense personal pleasure. And then they go to Moscow to face Chelsea in the final. Chelsea, who were the new kids on the block in terms of the power base in English football, with Roman Abramovich financing the club, and what a great side they were. So the game itself, two sides who know each other so well. Ronaldo perhaps inevitably breaks the deadlock, puts Manchester United in front, but Chelsea is strong and Frank Lampard equalises, and there's really almost nothing to choose between the two sides. And it goes deep into the night, into a penalty shootout, where Manchester United finally come out on top. Ronaldo can celebrate being a Champions League winner, but Ronaldo is the only Manchester United player to miss from the penalty spot in the final. Which probably...
God. That must have hurt. Having a chance to win the Champions League for the first time, and you went on to lose that penalty is crazy. I hope they didn't come for him, man. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It dampens his evening to a certain extent.
Saved it! Some things are just meant to be. The man who has been unable to stop scoring all season, stopped halfway through his run-up, and Petr Cech kept him out.
Oh
but he
my
finally
God.
has that Champions League winners medal, and Manchester United have the trophy for the first time in almost a decade.
Oh, they went. Oh, man, they went on to lose that game. Oh my God, that must have hurt, man. That must have really hurt. So they went on to win it later, not that particular year. So he missed that penalty. So Chelsea went on to win the Champions League. God damn. Football is crazy, man.
You know, Everyone wants to score a penalty, but it's a great feeling when you know the team win in the penalties. It's a great moment.
The win thrilled him. He was now a 3 times Premier League winner.
Oh, they
3
win
times
the
top goal
league.
scorer for Manchester United, Player of the Year, and now Champions League winner.
Wow.
Well, the
That's
feeling is
amazing.
great. It's my first Champions League. You know, I feel fantastic.
Like, tell me if you know, why was the Champions League final in Moscow? Was it some kind of an arrangement, or by then Russia used to play in Europe, or what?
It's a great moment for me. I look very forward to win this trophy. You know, it's magnificent.
Yeah, can you show it to us?
Yeah, see?
It's not bad going, is it?
No, it's very beautiful.
His career at United was thriving, and because of his phenomenal performance in the 2007-2008 season, Ronaldo won his first ever Ballon d'Or, finally listing him as the best player
And
in
it's
the world.
very well deserved.
Of course, Ronaldo has always been intensely aware of his
Very
impact
well
on the world
deserved.
game and his status amongst his contemporaries. And at that time, his contemporaries.
Great.
Man,
It's
look
my
at
first Champions
how
League.
Messi
You
is
know, I feel
looking at
fantastic. It's a
looking
great
at
moment
him,
for me.
man.
It's, I look very forward to win this trophy. You know, it's magnificent.
Yeah, can you show it to us?
Yeah, see?
It's not bad going, is it?
No, it's very beautiful.
His career at United was thriving, and because of his phenomenal performance in the 2007-2008 season, Ronaldo won his first ever Ballon d'Or, finally listing him as the best player in the world.
Look at Messi at this time, man. He was so young. Look at how he's looking at Ronaldo.
Of course, Ronaldo has always been intensely aware of his impact on the world game and his status amongst his contemporaries. And at that time, his contemporaries at the very top of the game were Lionel Messi and Kaká. He'd finished second to Kaká in the Ballon d'Or in 2007. So to win his first Ballon d'Or in 2008 would have been absolutely huge for Ronaldo personally, huge for English football as well, actually, and for Manchester United, who had to go back 40 years to George Best for the last Manchester United player to win that award, and to finish and be voted ahead of Kaká.
Man, Manchester United should put so much respect on Ronaldo, man. He break almost all the records that they have in the club when he came, almost all of them, you know. And he went on to win the Ballon d'Or. They should put so much respect on his name and even build for him a statue, man. That number 7 should not be worn by anyone by now. To be honest, man.
And Messi would have been something that Ronaldo was absolutely desperate to do.
But because of this recent Ballon d'Or and incredible form on the pitch, rumours were spreading that Ronaldo was looking to move clubs. Manchester City, who were under new ownership, were announced to be looking at buying him into the team.
Money, no problem for you. What if, for instance, Ronaldo became available? He's with your great rivals, Manchester United. Would you pay for him 70, 80 million pounds, 100 million pounds?
This is a decision will be taken with the club manager, Mark Hurst. And if the club manager would like to have Ronaldo on board with Man City, we're going to secure the finance between equity and debt for it.
But how much would you pay? Would you pay something like 60 or 70 million pounds for him?
It depends if he were to be paid that money, why not?
But those rumours got quickly shut down by Ronaldo, who stated he wasn't going to leave the club.
Final question from me. Are you going to stay at Man United, or are the rumours about you going true?
I stay.
He's staying.
So recent history at Old
He
Trafford
loves
has taught us
Manchester
that
United,
Alex Ferguson would never allow anyone to become bigger than Manchester United. David Beckham had been sold for exactly that reason, because his stardom had become a distraction. And maybe the same thing was beginning to happen with Cristiano Ronaldo, now the Ballon d'Or winner. And
What? It's like not wait a minute. I don't get it.
Focus of every game that Manchester United played, all the talk, all the headlines, all the speculation whirring around Ronaldo was probably getting under Alex Ferguson's skin.
What do you think about the
What? Why? But this should have been good for the club, man. Why is it getting under his skin? I don't get it. Why is it getting under his skin? He doesn't like the publicity, the attention that he is bringing to the club, or what? Or he feels like it's a distraction, or what?
We will play in Madrid next year.
You get some idiots in this place, don't you? They're everywhere. I thought it was just England that had them. If you want to put a bet on it, I'll put a big bet on you.
And I guess if you're going to leave Old Trafford and leave Manchester United, arguably, if you're going to go up, there's only really one place you can go, and that place is Real Madrid. And the lure of it was too big for Ronaldo not to be interested.
Sonny Calderon, you did say that you were quite aggressive in your pursuit of Cristiano Ronaldo. You say you're not after him anymore. Can you assure the Manchester United fans when the transfer window opens again, you won't go after him?
No, what I said is that Cristiano Ronaldo decided to stay at Manchester United. Manchester United decided not to sell the player, and that's all. We can't do anything in that sense. It's like our players. Many of our players are wanted for another clubs, but they don't want to leave, and we don't want to sell. There is no matter to talk about.
You don't want him anymore?
Well, we want any good player in the world, like Manchester. They would like any player, not only from Real Madrid, but from all over the world. But I think it's a matter that must be dealt between the club and the player.
In 2009, the rumours became true. For a grand total of £80 million, Ronaldo was set the move to Real Madrid, becoming, at the time, the highest purchased player in football history. The move made headlines all over the world, and Ronaldo himself seemed delighted with the move.
Another record broken. But now it's way worse, man. Footballers are going for 150, bro. Having a really close, above 200 million. It's crazy now. It's crazy, especially this season. Elliot Anderson to Manchester City for 117 million. Sorry, 116 million, I think. And then you come and have Morgan Rogers to Chelsea for 116. And last year, you have Isaac to Liverpool for another, I don't know, I think it was around 130 million, something like that. That is crazy, and things are just getting expensive.
The idea of playing for the 31-time winners of La Liga.
Uno, dos,
tres. Hala Madrid.
So obviously, reluctantly, Manchester United cannot ignore the fact that Cristiano wants to go to Madrid and wants to play for Real Madrid. And again, much like they did with David Beckham, they accept the inevitable and get as much money out of it as they possibly can. £80 million is a new world record transfer fee, and I think establishes Ronaldo as possibly the greatest player in the world, now definitely the most expensive player in the world. But more importantly than that, it's a power shift in European football away from England to Spain. Now La Liga can boast Barcelona with Messi and Real Madrid with Ronaldo, and England has lost its place as the very top league in European football.
Yeah. Manchester United shouldn't have let him go, man, but they let him go for the money. They let him go for the money. And I think this is where this rivalry actually started, because Barcelona and Real Madrid have this rivalry that has been going on. And now, since Cristiano Ronaldo moved to Real Madrid, this rivalry started there between Messi and Ronaldo.
Por ser el jugador más caro de la historia del fútbol, me da un cierto orgullo.
Yes, you said in pride, yeah.
A tentar demostrarlo que pagaron o dinheiro certo por mim. Me ha encantado con todo eso. Yo no esperaba que iba a estar lleno el estadio. Por eso, como debe imaginar, la sensación es muy buena. Era un sueño para mí. Y entrar ahí y ver el estadio lleno fue impresionante. It's not easy situation. I'm arriving in Manchester when I'm 18 years old, and I've been there 6 years. I think it's a lot of time. I win many things there.
It's time to go.
Collective and individual trophies and awards. And I met very good people there, good friends. And it's not easy, but you know, the life is a challenge, and I'm a challenger man. And I think it's a good move. I'm here in Madrid. I'm training with the best players in the world, and I don't care about the other teams. I try to focus in Madrid, to be a good trainings, to build up my form.
That's the way
and to do my
go,
best
man.
when I start the season. This is what I want.
This is the most relaxing game in 2025.
I always grow up season by season, and I'm here in Madrid to compete with the best players, so I'm always improve myself. I'm very, very happy to be here, to be with these players, to be with this coach, because for me it's amazing. I always learn something, and I want to carry on like that, year by year.
So for £80 million, Real Madrid think they're buying the best winger in the world. Very quickly it becomes evident that they've bought the best centre-forward in the world, because Ronaldo, from his base of scoring ridiculous number of goals for Manchester United from the wing, ends up scoring even more goals for Real Madrid, as a centre-forward. And one of the things we begin to see, which perhaps we hadn't seen so much in the red and white of Manchester United, is that Ronaldo is also an incredible header of a ball. Set pieces, pace, goal scoring, heading. The guy literally shows that at Real Madrid he has absolutely everything. There is nothing in the white of Real Madrid that Ronaldo cannot do.
Whilst Ronaldo still performed to the best of his ability, garnering over 33 season goals, his first season ended trophyless. No Ballon d'Or, no La Liga trophy, and no Champions League trophy, losing all three to Barcelona and their golden boy Lionel Messi. Going into the 2010-2011 season, however, Ronaldo went back to his Ballon d'Or winning form. He also went back to holding the number 7 shirt after the departure of Raúl at the end of last season. Real Madrid certainly felt like Ronaldo's new home, and because of the move, it helped him to develop his skills in all aspects of the game.
Prepare always in the same way.
That's
doesn't matter which
beautiful,
team I'm
man.
gonna play against. My focus is always the same, you know. Maybe to play against the
So
biggest team,
he
you know,
had a rough
my
start
adrenaline
at Real Madrid.
Bit, but
Okay, he had a rough start at Real Madrid. His first year he didn't win anything, and not the Ballon d'Or, not the Golden Boot or whatever. So the second year he went on to do amazing, and you know,
it's the same in my head.
That's
My
the
mentality
progress.
is always focus, is always concentrate to do my best.
So very, very occasionally there might be a player in the world who averages something like a goal a game. Well, Ronaldo exceeded that. 2011-12, he's averaging 1.2 goals per game. He scored 60 goals in all competitions that season. And the incredible thing about Ronaldo is that whereas a centre forward, a great player might do that over a course of a season in his career, Ronaldo does this for Real Madrid season in, season out. His consistency is extraordinary.
He was not only developing when it came to his skills, but his attitude during games also seemed to be changing.
A younger Ronaldo was sometimes prone to do things which might get him sent off, things which might look a little bit stupid, He got red cards.
He has grown. He has grown.
But by the time he is leading Real Madrid and leading Portugal, he's embraced the responsibility that comes with that. He's not only one of the world's great footballers, perhaps the world's greatest footballer, he's like Roger Federer, one of the world's great sportsmen. People around the world look up to him, whether they're really football fans or not, and he's known across the world. And Cristiano Ronaldo absolutely embraces that.
No estoy preocupado, la verdad es que eso pásame completamente al lado. No quiero hablar de árbitros, de Barcelona, de misiones imposibles, 4, 5, 6, eso no, a mí me da igual. Más importante que tenemos un partido mañana y si ganamos, seguimos, y si perdemos, vamos para casa.
People love this man for a reason.
Muy ilusionado que vamos a ganar, vamos a hacer un gran partido y vamos a ganar.
In the season,
people really loved him for good reasons, man. You know, even these comparisons that people are doing, you know, it's like the media is what is pushing this narrative, like to make it look like, okay, there is a hatred between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, but even he doesn't want to talk about these things. He want to focus on football. He want to inspire people. He want to be a good role model. But their love for Messi, you know, because of that, they push this narrative to make it look like, okay, these people, they hate each other. You know, it's crazy, you know.
Of 2012-2013, Real Madrid made it to the semi-final of the Champions League. They faced Manchester United, Ronaldo's first time facing his older club.
It's like you cannot discuss Ronaldo's career without talking about Messi, you know. But sometimes that rivalry prevent us from, you know, appreciating both players. You know, you can appreciate both players without having to bring another one down, you know. But I know it's just fun for fans.
Gone back and played and scored at Sporting as a Manchester United player, and it was inevitable that sooner or later Real Madrid would face Manchester United. Ronaldo would have to go up against Alex Ferguson, who he had such great respect for, and play at Old Trafford in the white of Real Madrid. And that happened in the spring of 2013. It's the Champions League, it's the round of 16. Real Madrid won, Manchester United won in the Bernabeu. Ronaldo scored, of course. And in the second leg at Old Trafford, a highly controversial game in which Manchester United were very, very unhappy with the referee. And who scores the winning goal for Real Madrid? Cristiano Ronaldo. Won't celebrate in front of the Manchester United supporters, which I think won him a certain amount of respect, but he made sure that his team won.
Clever flick, Higuain tried to the cross, and Real Madrid are in front, and Cristiano Ronaldo is back. No celebration.
Oh my God. These must have fucking hurt Manchester United, man. 5th of March 2013. Their boy came to hurt them, man.
Despite the great results for Real Madrid, the game was a true display of Ronaldo's sportsmanship and sensitivity to his old club. In 2014, Real Madrid went on to win 2-0 at the UEFA Super Cup against Sevilla. Ronaldo scored both goals for Madrid and went on to win Man of the Match, which was handed to him by Sir Alex Ferguson.
Sir Alex Ferguson, he's coach.
Big game like that. It's always difficult to choose a man of the match. So many good players on the field, but Cristiano tonight made it easy for me.
Yeah. I say thank you to Sir Alex Ferguson to give me this trophy. For me, it means a lot because he was the coach who, you know, teach me many things when I was in Manchester.
He sees the best in you.
So I appreciate it and thank you for giving me this trophy.
Throughout the next few years, Ronaldo was the star at Madrid. He was still breaking records with the club, setting personal milestones, and enjoyed every game he played. After yet again becoming the highest goal scorer in the 2013-2014 Champions League tournament, Ronaldo was easily becoming the best player in the world.
The extraordinary feats of Ronaldo don't come easy. You have to be in incredible physical shape, and of course Ronaldo has always been in that. So by the time he's getting into his late 20s, he is in absolutely peak condition. He is stronger than he's ever been, he's quicker than he's ever been, and he's breaking records left, right and centre. He completed
I feel like now I understand why people will never agree on this debate. You know, because for those who have seen where Cristiano Ronaldo has actually came from in Madeira to Lisbon, to Manchester United, they have seen him in his prime, to Real Madrid, doing wonders, winning Ballon d'Ors, Golden Boots. I see why they will never agree that Messi is a better player. And maybe if I watch a documentary on Messi also, I will understand why the Messi fans will never agree that Cristiano Ronaldo is the better player. And it's all understandable. We just have to love them both.
100 goals for Real Madrid in league games more quickly than Ferenc Puskás, breaking a record which had stood for decades, from an era when goals came much more easily than they do in the modern era. He scored 200 goals for Real Madrid in 197 games. It's just eye-watering, mind-boggling statistic after statistic as records tumble at the feet of Cristiano Ronaldo. At a club
breaking
that have had
records
some of the
after
greatest
records
players we've
after
ever
records,
seen, they now possibly have the greatest player they've ever had.
Stefano's record, Puskás' record, he's still scoring the goals, he's never injured, plays every week. You know,
and that's the crazy thing, man. He is not injury prone, bro. This guy doesn't get injured. He is always fit. He is always hardworking. He is always, bro. You can't hate this man. If you hate this guy, something is wrong with you. Something is just wrong with you if you look at Cristiano Ronaldo and what he has achieved from Lisbon, Manchester United, Real Madrid, and hate him. Something must be really wrong with you.
Messi are unbelievable.
Solo desde ese desafío permanente de lo imposible, desde el talento y desde la determinación, se puede lograr la eternidad. Y eso es lo que ha hecho Cristiano Ronaldo. Desde esta semana, Cristiano Ronaldo es el máximo goleador de la grandiosa historia del Real Madrid. 324 goles en 308 partidos. Algo irrepetible y que solo se entiende desde un afán de superarse a sí mismo cada día, de intentar ser mejor, de no rendirse jamás, de dejarse la vida por este escudo y de luchar siempre para ganar.
Jamás me planteaba cuando vestí por la primera vez la camiseta de Real Madrid. Soy el mejor marcador de la historia del club, el club más grande del mundo, y poder batir a mi amigo Raúl y al fallecido Alfredo Di Stefano, que puedo decir que estoy muy contento. Desde Pellegrini, que fue el primero aquí en el Real Madrid, hasta Mourinho, Ancelotti y ahora Benítez, agradecer a ellos también porque me ayudan siempre en mi carrera.
But alongside his time at Real Madrid, he was also the star player for Portugal going into the World Cups and the Euros. He was given the role of captain during his best season at Manchester United and was certainly seen as a role model for all the players. Going into the 2016 Euros, Ronaldo's role in the squad helped them get all the way to the final, facing France. But this would not be an easy game for Ronaldo and would in fact be one of the most tense games he'd ever experience.
Yeah, France, man, they are really good. They are really good.
100% elektrisch. Aus Überzeugung anders.
So as a really, really young player, Ronaldo had been part of Portugal's 2004 European Championship squad when they lost the final on home turf. In 2012, they reached the semi-final, and this became a black mark against Ronaldo in his international career. In the semi-final in Donetsk, they go to a penalty shootout against Spain, and Ronaldo puts himself down to take the last penalty, but because his teammates miss, Portugal never get to take a last penalty. They've lost the shootout to Spain before Ronaldo even takes one.
My God.
Fabregas. Fine margin sees Spain into the final again.
Yeah, Spain have always been good, man.
So having had big disappointments in an international jersey, we get to Euro 2016 and Portugal reach the final against France, and this, everybody believes, is going to be the moment that Ronaldo can shine with his country on the big stage and win a trophy for Portugal for the first time with him involved, and he gets injured early in the game.
Oh, that's heartbroken, man. That's really, really heartbroken. Damn.
He's worked so hard, waited so long to get to this point, to a major final with his country.
So sorry, man.
And when it happens, it only lasts a few minutes, really.
But Ronaldo, you feel, has always wanted to be the guy who's running the show, and he practically ends up coaching the team. He almost takes over the manager's mantle on the touchline and guides them to this victory over France in the final. And incredibly, without Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch, but with him guiding them from the dugout, Portugal end up being champions of Europe. It's the dream, but not in the way anybody could have envisaged it.
But it's the greatest night in Portugal's football history.
They won the Euro.
From tears to cheers and more tears this time.
Amazing, amazing, man.
Their first major trophy against all the odds.
Thanks to Portugal's all-round performance during the tournament, Ronaldo also went on to win the Silver Boot, achieving 3 goals and 3 assists in the tournament. A truly monumental moment for Ronaldo, as he had not only added another trophy to the collection, but he had also helped his country become the best team in the whole of Europe.
The best team, man. Oh boy, this guy.
No estoy satisfecho, quiero siempre más. Sé que soy el único que tiene 4 botas, pero quiero más, quiero la quinta,
wants
la
more.
posible.
This is the thing. He always wants more, and that is a very good thing, bro. For both for him and for the team, you know. So I don't see why you could look at this guy and how hungry he is to do good for himself and to do good for the team, to win a lot of trophies, and you hate him. How is that even possible?
Obviamente que eso implica ganar cosas a nivel colectivo con el equipo, que es trofeos, que para mí Real Madrid es el club más grande del mundo y tiene que ganar todos los años títulos.
Ronaldo continued to put in incredible performances week in, week out at Real Madrid. His skills were constantly improving, and he was really developing into a key team player. Thanks to some fantastic seasons, Ronaldo went on to win 4 more Ballon d'Ors, reaching a record-breaking 5 awards, which has only been achieved once before by his close rival and La Liga competitor, Lionel Messi.
The winner is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Jerry Henry.
At the beginning, when they mentioned the name, the heart started to beat fast and adrenaline. It's a hard moment, to be honest. But I think
he wants more, and he went on to get more, man. 5 Ballon d'Ors. The guy is fucking great. He is great.
I deserve. Neuer deserved too, and Messi, but last year I deserved more, so I'm really pleased for that.
He's one of the best players of all times, and nobody can tell different than that. He's one of the best players of all times. He's as simple as that.
People say he's the best player in the world and would argue about Pele, about Diego Maradona, and you know they have to be in the equation clearly because they're fantastic players. But I think what you would say is that Pele had no contemporaries and Diego Maradona had no contemporaries. There were no one around at the time who could touch them. Cristiano Ronaldo had Lionel Messi, and Lionel Messi had Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly. I think that is very important to mention. Like, both these players, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, they push each other to want to be the better player. They may not go out to say, I want to be better than Lionel Messi, or I want to be better than Cristiano Ronaldo. But in their mind, they push each other. I want to do better than him. I want to do better than him. Which is amazing. And both of them did it at a time when you have so many real good players out there, you know. And because of that, those other good players like Neymar and the others never went on to win the Ballon d'Or or you know.
Help both. And it's been an annual debate for year after year after year when we get to Ballon d'Or time. Ronaldo or Messi. And every football fan in the world has an opinion on it, and that opinion might change as form and success fluctuates between the two of them. But the fact is that with 5 Ballon d'Ors each, they've basically been inseparable. And when one has got ahead, the other has somehow managed to chip away at that lead. And it seems only right that they end up with 5 apiece.
But despite Ronaldo being renowned for playing for Real Madrid, rumours were once again spreading that he was looking to move to another club.
Nobody knows. Only God knows. The future, I don't know. But I'm very happy in Real Madrid. You never know.
With his contract ending in 2018, it was only a matter of time before the public knew what was in store for the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner.
Pero estoy muy bien aquí en el Real Madrid y quiero seguir aquí. Sobre la liga italiana, la verdad es que no es la liga que me gusta más para jugar, pero respeto mucho. Tiene grandes jugadores. Las equipos italianas son siempre muy buenas, muy difíciles, pero en el futuro nadie sabe. No lo sé.
Before his contract ran out, however, Real Madrid faced Juventus in the quarter-final of the Champions League. During this game, Ronaldo went on to score one of the most remarkable goals that anyone has ever seen.
A showreel of Ronaldo's best goals would just go on and on and on forever, but there is one goal which probably stands out above all others, and that comes in Turin against Juventus in the 2018 Champions League quarter-final. And Andrea Barzagli, the great Italian Juventus defender, described this as a PlayStation goal. It's an explosive overhead kick, which is a conglomeration of unbelievable athleticism with incredible anticipation and just sheer guile and audacity.
And then Ronaldo!
At Juventus versus Real Madrid. That was in 2018.
Even imagine scoring it. Even fewer would attempt to score it, and perhaps only one would actually score it. And Cristiano Ronaldo scored it. An unbelievable overhead kick. And the Juventus fans got on their feet to applaud it. It's a sensational coming together of vision, technique, athleticism and sheer audacity.
I have never seen an away crowd to a man give a standing ovation to the opposition's best player after a goal like that.
And even Ronaldo himself
that's a beautiful
that's the best goal he's ever scored. So far.
After this game, Juventus started talks with Real Madrid and Ronaldo regarding his contract, and after his warm reception at Juventus during that Champions League match, Ronaldo stated that they were a great club with a passionate fan base.
And
but with Ronaldo's contract soon to be running out, would Juventus be his new home?
May of 2018, is a landmark in Ronaldo's career. Real Madrid play Liverpool in the Champions League final in Kiev, beat them 3-1. Ronaldo has scored 15 goals in the Champions League that season. For the 6th season running, he's the top scorer in the competition. Yet another Champions League for Real Madrid.
Bro, that is crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy. For the 6th season in running, being the top scorer is absolutely crazy work, man. And he did that while Lionel Messi is in his prime, while you have so many other crazy players that are there. This is so crazy, bro.
For Cristiano Ronaldo, which is a record. And then immediately after the game, he refers to his time at the club in the past tense, and a bombshell has just dropped on Real Madrid because Ronaldo is thinking of moving on. And I can remember being in Russia. It was the semi-final and final stage of the 2018 World Cup finals. All the world's football media are there, and Ronaldo completely blindsides everybody because suddenly the news is not about Russia, not about the World Cup. It's about Turin because Cristiano Ronaldo has joined Juventus.
Oh my God. So his journey at Real Madrid ended in 2018 to Juventus.
Whatever the motivation for moving from Real Madrid to Juventus, it means that Ronaldo can set new records. He becomes a record transfer for Italy. He becomes a record transfer for a player who's over 30. He's 33 now, Ronaldo, but still in incredible shape, of course. And he becomes, with Juventus, the first player ever to win a league title in England, Spain, and Italy. And you feel that Ronaldo is just finding new records that he can break, and Juventus is a place to do it.
Unfortunately for Ronaldo, his first Champions League performance with Juventus was tainted by a controversial sending off.
But even after experiencing so much in his career, there is still that little streak in Ronaldo, and we saw that on his Champions League debut for Juventus against Valencia when he was sent off for apparently pulling the hair of Jason Murillo, the Valencia defender.
Ronaldo could be in big trouble. Ronaldo is in big trouble.
Oh.
This is the Champions League. Headline being written. Ronaldo's first return to Spain since leaving Real Madrid sees the European Champions League record scorer sent off.
And Ronaldo was absolutely devastated and left the pitch in tears. This was a massive moment in his fledgling career at Juventus, his first red card in the Champions League, though the 11th of his career. So there are moments throughout his career when Ronaldo will revert to that little impetuous kid that signed for Manchester United.
But despite that controversial moment, Ronaldo is still performing at a world-class standard. He is still scoring week in, week out, and his presence draws crowds of fans everywhere he goes. In November 2019, Ronaldo scored yet another hat-trick for Portugal in the 2020 European qualifiers. Yet another hat-trick to add to his list of achievements for club and country.
Paciencia wants the ball, so does Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's got the hat-trick.
That is crazy work. Lithuania.
The star man makes the headlines again.
He just knows how to score, man. He knows how to score.
It's safe to say that Ronaldo is the most popular player in the sport and easily has the biggest fan base of all the players around the world. But he's not only just a popular football player, he is also an extremely smart businessman. Since being at Manchester United, Ronaldo has been involved in a variety of brand deals that have referenced his iconic CR7. He has released fragrances, been on the front cover of football-related video games.
He is not only talented, he is not only a footballer, he is smart. And he takes care of his body. I think that's why a lot of youths look up to him. You know, he takes care of his body, his skin. He's a businessman. He's a great footballer. He's a mentor. He's a role model for a lot of people. So that's why a lot of people looks up to him and they love him for it. You know, I am part of those people. I love this man, man. You know, you cannot hate this man.
Yo intento siempre oler bien y esta es una prueba. El tercero, que es una fragancia que tiene un olor muy suave, muy mío. Así que, como puedes imaginar, estoy muy contento y el olor es fenomenal. No sé si has probado, pero
Sí, me he echado.
a mí me encanta un montón.
And he's become more than a footballer over 2 decades. He's become almost literally a trademark with that pose that he has before he strikes a free kick, with the CR7 brand, with the museum on his home island of Madeira, and everything else that surrounds Ronaldo. And he's embraced it. He's a showman and he's an arch businessman, and he absolutely understands his own place in the superstardom of the world.
¿Por qué decidiste invertir en este proyecto de Cristiano?
Bueno, como todo na vida, oportunidades, son proyectos que me identifico plenamente, es una área de salud que me identifico también, así que tenía todos los ingredientes para poder abrirla, y obviamente con mi parcero también, que es una persona que me asocié muy bien, me ha gustado mucho, es una persona que también tiene una visión global, así que contento por hacer parcería con él.
But on top of that, he also gives a lot back to less fortunate communities. Since 2014, Ronaldo has been working alongside Save the Children, helping children all over the world who have been involved in wars or are seriously ill. He also became an ambassador for the organization and continues to campaign for them on a regular basis.
Regular basis, man. Amazing person.
Ronaldo also donates his football bonuses to charities of his choices. In 2013, Ronaldo was named in the UEFA Team of the Year, which earned him £89,000. This money was given straight to the Red Cross charity. He also went on to win a bonus of £450,000, which he donated to Save the Children, UNICEF and World Vision, 3 charities in which he is an ambassador of.
Amazing.
They cannot chase after you if you can pass through these 20 kids. All right? Give it a try. Let's go!
Amazing.
Bueno, esa es una situación, la fuerza de la naturaleza nadie controla. Eso ha pasado también un poco en donde ha crecido, que es Madeira, pues es una situación muy complicada para la gente que vive ahí. La única cosa que puedo decir es que siguen trabajando, luchando para que las cosas puedan mejorar y vivir con una ilusión, sabiendo que es una situación muy complicada por las familias.
Man, this is the end of the video, but I have to say, this guy is just a beautiful human being. He is just a beautiful human being. And if you had watched him from his childhood to his prime at Manchester United to Real Madrid, you cannot question why people think he is the greatest of all time. You cannot question it if you have seen this man play in his prime. He is an amazing person. And when it comes to how influential he is, he actually deserved, he worked for it. He has a great personality. He takes care of his body. He is an ambassador for kids. He is everything that you can imagine. So I don't understand how someone can look at this man and hate him for it. He is just fabulous. Fabulous. So if you're still here and you're interested in this kind of videos, please subscribe to my channel, follow me, and click on the notification bell for more videos. All right. Ciao. Bye-bye.